Hi everyone, it's Gina. Welcome to my channel, The Artful Addict, and hopefully welcome back. I just want to say thank you so much for those of you who leave messages and thumbs up on my videos. It's been hard for me to get going again and posting and recording and all of that since my move. But when you do leave messages and give me the likes and everything, it really helps my channel, and my channel has continued to grow, and I just want to say thank you so much. That really means a lot, and it's really so helpful. It's the cheapest thing you can do to help out a channel. Just hit a like and just leave a little comment, and it just does wonders. Now, the project today, I got the idea from another channel, the Creative Cove, and her name is Michele, and she just does the best art. It's sketchy, it looks easy, but she is just so talented. And it's funny because I had watched one or two and I was like, wow, I love the videos. And right after that, an Artie Mae's video came up, and she said the same thing. And she actually did this as well. It's a lot of fun. It was so much fun. I wanted to share, and I will try to link her channel in this video. If I forget, it's called The Creative Cove, and you guys have to go check her out. She does lots of junk journaling as well. Now, watercolor is the medium I'm going to use. And I'm going to stamp, and I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp first. Now, this is just some Canson 140-pound watercolor paper. I've just used some masking tape, made it into 6 different sections. These are a little shorter. These can, I guess, be used as tags, and then these maybe some pockets. I just wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit, and you can see I tapped it on my shorts first, and they're blue jean shorts, so that's what all of that is a part of my blue jeans stuck to the tape. But that will be helpful later when I pull the tape up. So I'm going to stamp. I thought I would use some of these, and this is from Inkadinkadoo, and the collection's called Meadow. I've used them several times, and I want to use some of the big ones for the big pieces down below. Lay that on there like this. Woo, just barely makes it. All right, and over here I have got my archival ink jet black, and this one is really big, so I'm going to have it off to the side. We'll add this one. I think I'm going to start over here. Maybe it's going to go like this. I had a hard time getting it to ink all over, and I want to make sure, hopefully I'll get a good print. If I don't, it's really okay, because this is really just kind of, what's the style? It's just kind of a mess, kind of a messy style, but I love it. What's it called? I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Okay. Oh, good. That came out pretty well. Let's see if I want to add. I might just leave that one as it is. Let's do another one. Oh, I wonder if this will fit. Let me actually bring it down a little bit. Let's get that going. I think I'm going to come over here and do this one kind of like this. Okay, nice. I think I'm going to do this one again. Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. I like that one. All right, so now for the middle, we'll use this little guy over here. Go straight up in the middle first. Nice. Let's add some to the side. Maybe overlap a little even. Maybe I'll even do it again. How about there? Oh, that's pretty. Now, for up top, we'll use this one. I think that fits just perfectly. Okay, this one has a lot of black ink. Let's add this down here. Oh no, look. Well, I wonder if I can. All right, I'm gonna try something. If it doesn't work, oh well. Let's see if I can't. Okay. All right, that's better. Okay. This one, it's from Hero Arts. Now, I looked it up online because I didn't have the package. I got this one from my friend, but it said Magical Castle, although that just can't be right. But if somebody knows the name of this one, please leave it in the comments, because I do hate to give wrong information, but well, that's what it said. I think I want to use this one right here, and I've not used this yet. Ooh, it's a good one. It's real thick. A little sticky too. Let's see. I mean, it's like real sticky. Yeah, if you get a brand new stamp, good luck getting the ink to stick to that when it's just like that. You need to kind of muss it up a little bit first. It just does better. It holds the ink better, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, see, I would have gotten a much darker image if I had blotted it and stamped it a few times, but that's okay. For what we're doing today, it's fine. There we go. And see, by the end, look how much more ink it was holding on to. Oh, I got one more left. And for that, I'm going to use a special stamp. And this kind of takes me back to the Creative Cove because she inspired me to order a stamp making kit, and I made my own little mushroom. This is my very first stamp. It is so far from perfect. This is my first try to draw and carve one, and it is pretty tricky to use. I had a hard time making really thin lines, so it's kind of has kind of chunky lines, but I don't know, I kind of liked how it turned out, so I think I will use that for my middle block. Hopefully I'll get a good impression. Clearly it's not on a wooden block yet, and I don't know if I'll end up putting it on one or not. Yay! There is this little butterfly, and I am just tempted to stick it like right here, maybe right down here. Oops, oh my gosh. Maybe I just need to clean it. Sometimes they just lose their stick. I don't know, let's see. There we go. Oops, almost fell off. So that is it for the stamping. Let me clean up all my stamps and get them out of the way, and then we'll continue. All right, I'm back, and I'm going to use an old set of watercolor paints. I've had these for several years, and I can't even remember what the brand is, where I got them. The finish is kind of powdery. Just, I don't know, just kind of a little soft and powdery, and so I thought, why not? Let's go ahead and use these. All right, so I'm going to spray them down. I've got my little thing of water. I have several napkins around. This is a cheapy brush. It's a size 12, I guess round. I don't know what the brand is. Just kind of be putting it all over and not trying to paint any particular design. We're just blobbing it on. This, I think I want to start with some yellows. Okay. Oop. And maybe get some oranges in there as well. Spice it up with a little bit of red. And I'm going to go ahead and paint all over the inked part. Now the ink isn't going to smear because it's archival, which means it's waterproof. So we'll come back in. As you can see, I'm just going every which direction. Just do want to make sure all of the white gets covered. And like I said, I go over the inked part as well. I don't want to leave a little white spot anywhere. And I'm not even really washing my brush out. A little bit more, well, I will now. Let's get back to some orange. Let's get some orange. Okay, and we'll get some yellow. Yellow back in here. Okay. I want a little bit more yellow back in there. Okay, I'm going to switch colors, and let's do something a little more woodsy for our mushroom. Oops, that's a little dark. I'm even going to add some of this black in. I love how it looks when you mix it with the brown. Let's see, what colors are they? So I'm doing burnt sienna, burnt umber, and deep black. That's what I've gotten in here so far. I think a little bit of orange will go too, though. Might have been, wipe off my brush a little, pick up a little bit more, put that in here. Maybe a little red. There. You see, I'm just, anybody can do this. I'm just making squiggles. I'm making a mess. I'm not trying to draw anything particular. I think I'll add some gray. Actually, I don't think I like the gray. Take the gray out. I think I'll go back to this really pretty, what is it? Burnt sienna, yeah. Except now it's all burnt sienna, so let's see. Getting super wet, so I'm going to mop some of it up. To do that, you just dry off your brush and then let it just soak up the paint. Okay, now we can go back in. And you know what? I kind of think I do want a little bit of yellow, a little bit of light color. It's not much though, is it? And just the tiniest little bit of orange. Gonna wiggle that in there, a little bit of red. Just kind of make it interesting, like, ooh, look at that color. Okay, that's good enough. And how about we do some maybe greens and blues? Oh, that's purple, but okay, we'll do purple. It's not a green or a blue. Let's add some blue now. Let's see what color. That one was, well, purple. And then this was cobalt blue, in case you're wondering. But you know this, I'll say it, but you know it. You can absolutely use whatever colors you have. But, you know, if you like certain something that I do, I will go ahead and try to tell you what color I'm using. Okay, so that's pretty. I wish this one had a paint, but it doesn't. I'm gonna add just some little designs, and for that I'm using carmine. Put a little bit of carmine in there, which I wasn't good about telling you on this one, was I? So I did both yellows, brilliant yellow and lemon yellow, yellow ochre, of course, and orange, gambage, I don't know if I'm saying that right, flesh, that's nice, brilliant red, crimson, carmine, and those are the ones I've used on that one. I'm going to put just a little bit of brown in here, just because. You know me and pastels, I have to bring a little bit of earth tone in there as well. Oh, it keeps me in my comfort zone. Okay, so we'll let that go and see how that's doing. Now, before this dries too much, I'm going to put my paints to the side, and I thought I would use some stencil and kind of lift some of the paint. Let's see, I'll just tap, maybe I won't lift too much. Okay, now the edges looks like they've already dried, but that adds a little bit of texture, a little bit of interest, and I might even could just mist it so I can maybe add some to the spots that dried. Okay, let's see, maybe we can add some in here around the mushroom. I don't know if that worked or not. All right, well, a little bit. The print doesn't really seem to come through. It's just kind of making it smudgy. And you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with that. This is something you don't have to be precise with. And that's why it's so fun. You just slap on the paint, smudge stuff up however you want, and it's going to look fantastic in the end. And this one is still pretty wet, but let's just go ahead. Maybe I'll try to do a better job blotting. We'll see how that comes out. Well, not much different. Back to my paints. So I didn't even ever put green in here, and I said I was going to. So let's just start with some green. How's that? Let's see, what have we got? Okay. A little bit of green. We'll make it kind of pale. This one, I really see. Let's go yellow ochre. Okay. And yeah. You know me, I love the earth tones. I like bright too. Like, I do really like that. I probably like that more than I like that. Although I do love blue and I love purple, but I don't know. It's just, it's funny what appeals to you. And you know, what appeals to you can change from day to day. So today, I'm probably going to stick with my comfort zone, which is the more earthy kind of tones. Of course, now that we have the brown, we can add some of the brighter green, and it really mutes it, and I love that look. So I'm digging that. So let's see, what's this? No, I don't know if I want that tone in there. I don't think I like it. Get out of there. Which is fine, because I can certainly cover it up. Make sure all the white spots are covered. You don't have to use tape, or definitely don't have to use as thick a tape as this. If I had had a thinner tape, I would have used it. The only thin ones I have are double-sided tape, and I didn't want to use those up for this. Use a thinner tape and you get more space for your image. Yeah, this one needs a little more contrast. We'll see what that does. This one, I kind of want them to vary. I don't want them all to be the same, but naturally I'm drawn to certain colors. So, all right, well, we'll start out with a yellow. Ooh, that's bright. Okay. We'll add a little bit of this orange. Go back to some yellow. It gets kind of hard not to use, make them look just like another one. And you know what? You could do them all with the same color palette. Who cares? Especially if you have a certain like journal or something that you want to use it for. You know, you might already be doing a certain color palette, so absolutely you can stick with that. I just, you know, for my video purposes, I was hoping just to vary it a little bit. But it's hard to do. Ooh. Okay. I'm really digging this color palette right here. I love how the green really muted down. That's really, really pretty. I think I'm going to start off with some yellow ochre and the burnt umber. Okay. Burnt umber, and I'll throw in a little burnt sienna in there. And then I'm going to go back to this green. This one right here is what I'm using, and it's leaf green. It's really bright, but you mix it with some burnt umber, And it really knocks it back, and I really, really like how that looks. And just a tad of deep black. Okay. This one, I wanted to add some splatters. This is a 4, a 4 round, and I don't know the brand. I think I'm going to take the black. It's called Deep Black. Let's use this other brush. And obviously it's going to splatter over here, and I'm okay with that. It's fine. But you can always cover those up and kind of control where your splatter ends up. Maybe I ought to just splatter all of these. Let the splatter be the connector for all of these pieces. It's been a while since I got to splatter, so yeah, I went a little crazy. I'm going to go ahead and dry them so that I can continue. If you don't have a heat tool, you can just let it air dry. My paper is really warped. I don't know if you can see how warped it is, but yeah, it is pretty warped. But that's okay. So I'm going to dry this real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I am all dry now. And so is my picture. And one thing I noticed compared to the other ones that I did was these paints, they are more chalky. So having stamped my image first, it's really more opaque. So it's kind of made the image really kind of go to the background. So it's not, the ink isn't super dark black anymore. If you like that look and you have chalkier paints, then there you go, do your stamping first. If you want your image to be more prominent, then you might want to lay your background in first, let it dry, and then come over and stamp on top of it. At the end, I'll show you the ones I did before, and I used the Koi watercolor set that I have, and it did not blend out the black from the ink of the image that I stamped like this one does. Again, I don't mind. This is just fun time, and you saw, I mean, I'm just scribbling on the paint. So yeah, we're not worried about anything with this project. We are just having fun. You can leave it like this. What I did on the other one is I got out my little shimmer paints, and I thought I would do that here. I'm going to do it differently. On the ones I did previously, I splattered with the shimmer paint. This time, I think I'm actually going to just paint specific pieces. So it's going to take a little bit longer, so I will probably fast forward this section. All right, I'm done with my painting, and they are metallic watercolor paints. not just shimmer, and that very official term I used earlier. It came to me as I was painting. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Let's see if we can get this peeled off, even though I did blot it on my jeans first, and it's not super sticky. I think I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the heat gun because that makes a huge difference in how easy it is to pull off. Yes, there we go. I feel some resistance. Not anymore. All right. Woo! I'm still really warped. I know it sounds like a personal problem. My paper's still really warped. But you can leave as much border as you want. Honestly, I don't leave a whole lot, which is why I wish I really had just a really thin piece of tape, because I don't really want a big border, but I did want to section them off. So I'm going to cut this and I will be right back. All right, so here is what we have so far, and I really like them. I have my favorites. I can't wait to hear what your favorites are, but I'm not quite done. I'm going to do one more thing, and I'm going to ink around the edges. Now, as you can see, I trimmed them pretty close, but the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of ink on the back. Now, I could just add some tea-dyed or coffee-dyed paper, but it really has about the same effect, and it's just a lot easier than having to cut and glue paper on the back. So I'm going to edge around them all, wipe some, put a little bit of ink on the back, and then I'll come back to you. All done. I've brought you in a little closer so that you can get a better look at them. We'll go through one at a time. So here's this one. I'm not overly fond of that splatter right there. I think I should have kept going and maybe added some heavier splatters in other places to kind of balance it out, but that's okay. And for this one, I just added the black metallic paint just on the flower heads. And there's the back. Okay, next is my little mushroom. And again, I used the black, but I went around the outside of the mushroom and then all around the cap except for the holes. And I thought that came out pretty well. I like this one. Ooh, you can see that metallic really shine. That's that one. There's the back. And here's this one. I did ink a little bit, and I was using walnut stain, in case you're wondering, the Distress Oxide. And I brought some of that into the actual picture instead of leaving it just on the outside. And it just kind of helped tone it down, kind of give it a worn, aged look. And I really like how it turned out. I started out with actually a purple metallic, but it looked blue. So I don't know if I didn't mix it up well enough. But I went to the next color right beside it, which was pink. And I went over it, and I really like how that turned out better. So here's this one, and there's the back. Next we have this one, and I used one of the gold metallics, and I loved how that came out. And I did go back with the black metallic and color the butterfly. I didn't use gold on all the little stringy parts coming up, just the wheat part, and I'm really happy with this one. This is how this one looks, and there's the back. Next up we have this one, and I think this one would have benefited from having the stamp on top, because this is a really pretty stamp when it's really bold. There were so many of them, I didn't feel like painting it all black, which is why I opted just to hit the butterflies. You can always go back with a black ink pen and do some little doodles, and you know, you can do whatever you want. So there's that one, and the back. And last but not least, we have this one, and again I used the very lightest gold I had, and I don't know, I thought that was kind of fun. I used the black metallic on top of the butterfly again, and then I took the black metallic and kind of made the little dots going out, kind of like it's seeds or something floating away, and so that's pretty cute. So this is the last one, and there's the back. Now I want to show you the ones I did. I did these last night, and I really enjoy how they came out. So here is the first one. And for the small ones, I did use words. I have since lost the cover for this one, but it was a Tim Holtz stamp, and here so you can see. So that's what I used for the small ones, and I really do enjoy that green mixed with yellow. And you can see I did the same thing on the back. And here is Story. I feel like this needs a little bit more something dark down here. Maybe this would be a good one to take a black pen and go around, maybe just edge around the watercolor blooms just to give it some type of contrast around the outside and just some type of random pattern. I think that might be really pretty. I might do that. Again, there's the back. And the last little short one is Artist. I went with a lot of green there, and I used some gold splatters. I think I used gold splatters on all of these. I think I have 3 golds, and I did a different one on each one. Now for the larger tags, here's one. The stamp for this one, it's from Bo Bunny, and it's called Floral Stamp. So you can see those. I used these 2. Created a little pattern, and I used the pink and blue metallic, and I think that's really pretty. I love the background. It's not super pink, and it's not quite as pinky and purpley as this one. But I just think that's just gorgeous. Grunge. It's only been an hour and a half. Grunge. When you know, it's dark and grungy. That's what I was trying to say earlier. These are definitely more grungy, and I really like that look. But I thought that turned out really, really pretty. And this one is gorgeous. Probably my favorite in this batch. Love the colors in the background. I think I used just the black metallic splatter for this one. It's very simple, not crazy colors, just a simple tag, and I just think it's really, really pretty. And here is the last one. For this stamp, I used the same stamp set for both of these, and it's from Bo Bunny, and it's called Rose Garden Stamp. So I used the full rose right here along with the bud, which I stamped twice, and the little sprig of greenery for this one. And I used the larger bloom and then the larger sprig of greenery for this one. It's got a little more red in it, and I think it's really pretty. And I used the splatter of the bronze metallic, and I like that. I like that a lot. Well, there you have it. These are all the ones I've made, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give this a try. It is so much fun. You don't worry about anything. You just go, you smear the paint around, you stamp. Doesn't have to be straight. Be as creative as you want. Ink, doodles, whatever. Just have fun. Please go check out the Creative Cove. I have found her very inspirational, and I'm sure you will too. So enjoy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please leave a comment. I would love to know what your favorite is. Well, I think that's going to be it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.